Today I'm going to be talking about a movie called Case for Christ, and what the movie is about is a reporter who who got like an award for being one of the best, and to celebrate they went out for supper, and he got his daughter, or he gave his daughter the 25 cents or whatever to get a gumball in her jawbreaker, and she choked on it, and it was stuck in her throat, and they didn't know what to do, and a lady, a nurse from the hospital there, came in and got her to cough it up, and they said, or she said that um, they were actually planning on going to a different restaurant, but something told her that she had to go there. And it was God. So the reporter's wife um, was kind of questioning it, but the reporter himself said no, it was just a coincidence that she came to that restaurant instead. So they went home that night, and their daughter asked who Jesus is, and the dad just said he's like a guy from the fairy tales. And after the the wife and the reporter kind of had a disagreement on it, and she believed that it was actually Jesus, and it wasn't a coincidence. So she went and saw the nurse at the hospital. They talked, and the nurse invited her to church. And then she started going to church, and when she told her husband, he completely freaked out. And he started to go on this huge journey of trying to disprove Christianity. And he was doing that for several months. He went and saw like psychologists and medical doctors and all that to try and disprove it. And he even went to a couple of debates in it, and he was doing this all behind his wife's back. And they just had another baby, and he was like never there. And whenever he was there, he was either drunk or just they were just fighting, and yeah, it was kind of sad. But after several months of him trying and trying to disprove Christianity, he went to this. It was like a almost like a library, and maybe it wasn't a library. Maybe it was a church, and the pastor or whatever had some actual hard copy artifacts of the Bibles written like a century after Jesus' death about it. And then he kind of started to like question it, like maybe. And then there was this case where, so while he was doing that, he was also working on a case of a cop shooter. And so he did this report that was like completely biased and got this guy thrown in jail. But really, the cop had a pen gun in his pocket on his uniform and shot himself, trying to get this guy locked away forever. So the reporter just made a report to lock him away forever. And then after he got locked away, they found out that it was actually a pen gun, and the cop shot himself. So he was like, "Oh, I gotta deal with this. I gotta fix it." And in the meantime of that, the guy who shot the cop got beat up really bad in jail, and the guards didn't even do anything because when it's a cop shooter, they just kind of give you no grace at all. And yeah, so he went and talked to the prisoner, like the cop shooter, and he said, like the reporter said to him, "I missed the truth, and I'm sorry." And the cop shooter said, "You didn't want to see it. You didn't want to see the truth." So then he clued in that he was purposely not seeing the truth about Jesus in this journey to disprove Christianity. And then he said that he'll give it a shot, and he will let God take over his life. And then he went home, talked to his wife, and yeah, she was super excited, and so was the nurse that had saved the child. So that's kind of just a summary of the movie Case for Christ, and yeah, hope you learned something.